Welcome to the Loveland Report and Loan Arranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's best real estate planner, alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger.
That's me.
And we're going to dig into real estate and mortgages today. Thank you for tuning in. I want to talk about how luxury, Bruce, has been moving. Yes. Luxury homes. We're going to talk about, is Zillow, this is an article, is Zillow deceiving the consumer? We're going to dig into that. And we're going to talk about coming to market, coming soon listings. This is a new trend. Everybody's trying to come up with something to help get the market moving. I want to see, is that something that's worthwhile? So we'll talk about that. What do you got today? I want
to talk about what's going on with interest rates, what's going on with the housing market, who's buying. I want to talk in when we're discussing your luxury market, we're talking about higher priced homes. So I want to give folks an idea of what type of products might be available. If you're looking for a home, say $1 million to $5 million, if that's your market. And so there's options, but products are a little different when you get into that arena. So I want to discuss that. It's still, we're knee deep in tax season right now. I want to talk about bank statement loans and DSCRs because they're super popular right now, particularly with our self-employed person. So self-employed, they need those products, but we've also got products for people that are high net worth, but no income or very little income. So you got people that like, hey, I just closed a loan. He and his wife together have $5,000 a month worth of Social Security income coming in, but they had a $5,000 mortgage payment. So they're at 100% debt ratio, but he wanted to buy another $800,000 house. How do you make that work? I can show you how to make that work if you've got the assets. So there's a lot of things I want to cover today. If you've got questions for Cleve, he can be reached now. He's working this weekend, 407-352-8118. He's got a great team of buyer's agents out there. I love working with your team. He is an expert at helping you list your home and getting top dollar for it. So Cleve Loveland, the voice of real estate here in Orlando. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I've been in the mortgage business now for 36 years and going strong. My wife asked me the other day, when do you plan on retiring? I said, I don't want to talk about it. So we're going strong. So I've got literally every loan program for anything residential that you could possibly need, from construction loans, renovation loans, reverse mortgages for people that are getting up there in their age and they don't want to make a mortgage payment, down payment assistance, FHA, VA, refinances, home equity lines of credit, you name it. We got it. And I want to cover a lot of those bases. So let's get started now.
And what is, I just want to know, with the bombs dropping, hopefully that's going to wrap up soon. Pretty much, I'm sure they're hunting around for targets so they can destroy just about everything.
Drop some troops over there on that little island.
It sounds like it. But what that do to rates? I know rates ticked up. We were like kind of almost firmly in the fives for everybody.
We were right in the high fives there, and we were hoping it was going to come down. So here's the reality of it. I have been hearing for the last, couple of months, oh my God, Trump's got the new Fed chair coming in and he's going to slice interest rates, and I'm going to wait to lock in a refi, or I'm going to wait to buy because he's going to drop the rates. Well, what have I been telling people? Don't do it. That's not the reason to wait. Dropping the Fed rate might affect mortgage rates negatively, meaning they could go up even worse. So now our friend Jerome Powell, who is getting ousted out, our new guys coming in, announces last week, I'm not leaving.
I didn't hear that.
Leaving.
I did not hear that.
No, because there's one of the chair members is under investigation right now. And I think it's under the Trump investigation. So he says, I don't have to get out until the investigation is solved. So now, and he says, and by the way, the central banks in Europe are pressuring us to raise our Fed rate because they're raising theirs.
When do we listen to Europe?
Well, the central banks are pretty strong. I mean, we have to follow suit. If we don't, then we could put them into an inflationary period.
Sounds like a them problem, not an us problem. Well, I'd love to see DHS or somebody or Secret Service escort Jerome Powell out of his office. That'll be interesting.
Says,
I heard none of this.
It's a government gone mad. I'm telling you, it really has.
So we're holding in the low sixes, but you did. This is why people need to call you. You called my office manager, Katie, buying a house. You called her and said, "Hey, let's lock." When all this chaos was going on a couple weeks ago,
I sure
did.
Or
last week, it was last Friday, and a week ago, and you said lock, and you were right.
Yeah.
And so she got a 5 3/4 rate.
It was, and we, if I didn't do it right then, and, sometimes I'll have clients go, well, I need to talk to my wife, or I need to call my husband and get permission. And by the time you call, it's done. So it's not very often. And I don't like calling people and saying, if you don't lock now, it's going to go up, because it sounds like an ultimatum or a threat, but it's not. It's me providing a service to you, but I can't control it because the rates had already gone up.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't always get this signal going, hey, by the way, tomorrow rates are going to go up. So lock everybody today. That doesn't happen. Right. Yep. So it happened to be where I took the clients that I knew if I didn't lock them, they may not qualify.
Yeah.
So I had 3 or 4 clients that I was able to catch. The rest of them I couldn't catch. It wasn't possible for me to get them all locked in. Most of them I did, but those are the type of things I do. And thank God I did, because it's one of your own employees too. I'm like, I hate calling somebody that's, your people are like my people, they're family, and I want to take good care of them. But those are the things that we do to be able to protect our clients.
Here's what's interesting. I talked at the top of the show. I teased about luxury homes are moving, Bruce. Homes above $1 million, let's say around the country above $1 million. 2025, the number was up like 11%. More homes over $1 million moved than in 2024. Good sign. 2026 should be more of that. Really should be. And I think that's part of the election. That was the turning point for, I think, a lot of people. Sanity returning to government with Trump's election. Wall Street's going to do okay. No crazy taxes, the big, beautiful bill, all these things coming into play. So I just think this is something. What does the buyer, in fact, I've got 2 listings coming. One, a big ranch, 25 acres with 10,000 square foot home, going to be $2.5 million. Beautiful. What does that buyer need to know? What's our jumbo limit and our super jumbos?
So we'll eliminate our doctor program, because the doctor program, I can do some more creative things if you're a physician, but we'll just take the average person. You can get a jumbo loan with 10% down, but it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
They're available.
Yep.
You got to have a high credit score and a ton of cash reserves. Oftentimes as many as 18 to 24 months cash reserve, meaning you got to have enough money left over in your bank to cover 18 to 24 months of all your mortgages. So if you have multiple properties, that could be strenuous.
Yeah.
So they don't make a 10% down jumbo very easy, and the rates aren't going to be as attractive. 20% down is a sweet spot for jumbos. So if you got 20% to put down, you're not paying any PMI. The rates are going to be similar to that of a conventional mortgage. So conventional, the average is running about 6.4 today, and a jumbo would be about 6.5 or 6.6 today. 2 weeks ago, we were down around 6.25. So you can see what's happened right there. Now, you're still going to have more cash reserves. Your debt ratios are limited too. Where on a conventional loan, you can easily go to a 50% back end debt ratio. For a jumbo, you don't want to be over 43%. Then you start getting hammered with that. So there are stricter guidelines, but the programs are very similar in rate and terms.
Yeah.
So very good. And that is
there a super jumbo divider between the jumbo and super jumbos?
It's not necessarily a price divider until you get over some investors are over 1.5 million loan amount. Some are over 2 million loan amount.
Okay. Right.
I've got 3 this month that are all over $1 million, and one is 2.5 million. So I've got some big deals coming in. And like you said, 11%. I've always said, there was a time where I wouldn't close maybe but $1 or $2 million transactions in a year.
A long time.
Now I'm doing 3 in a month.
And it used to be those homes were just maybe lakefront. Now they're just regular houses in the subdivision. Yeah.
So all of you that are thinking the prices of houses are going down, get with the program.
Yep.
They're not going down.
Yep.
And here's the way I look at it. And you and I see these, but the average person misses it. They miss it. and I want to enlighten our listeners out there. When things look ugly is really the time to jump in. Yeah. So if interest rates are going up, we have 11,000 homes on the market, I think right now, or pretty close to that, right? So we've got an abundance of houses on the market. People are like, oh, houses are going to drop in price. Interest rates are too high. No, this is the signal. You want the signals? I'm giving you the signal.
One of my biggest memories, a big downturn, 9/11, 2001. I remember some friends of the family, they were in Aspen on vacation, and on 9/11, builders were calling into the sales office. They were looking for a second home.
Right.
Builders were calling into the office, slashing prices on their houses.
Right.
Well, what do you think they did? They grabbed one. And that house has literally almost tripled in value.
Isn't that?
They had cut $1 million off the price. They got it for like 3.5. It's now worth 12.
12 million?
Yes.
So here's the thing.
That's 25 years ago.
Well, I understand that too, but what you're saying here is that was also a point in time where fear was rampant.
Yep.
So, and fear is, I don't think it's rampant, but there's definitely fear of the market right now. That's your buying signal. That's the time you can jump in and get a deal on a property. And that's all I'm saying is go back to 2008. If you bought a home from 2008 to 2015, you probably tripled in price.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Tripled in price, and you had tax deductions.
And we're not even in that distressed situation with a lot of foreclosures or defaults, bad economy. The economy's doing okay. So, and these 6% rates in September of 9/11, 2001, rates were around 7.
Yes.
So it's just, now's a good time.
Well, a year ago,
if you want to make your real estate plan, call me. Yeah. If you want to make your real estate plan, call me. We'll talk about that $1 million home, Bruce. I've got somebody right now selling 2 of their rentals and going into their dream home. We're going to 1031 the rentals into a big house that they will rent for a while, then move into it and homestead that, and hopefully avoid capital gains. Talk to your accountant before you do.
All kinds of ways we can help you with that. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. You can reach me now directly at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Every client of mine gets a personal consultation with me. You are not schlepped off to just a minion in my office. All my loan officers that talk to you are licensed, and they are able to help get through and get all the right docs, so I can get on a call with you or a Zoom or a personal meeting, and we'll make sure that we come up with an amazing strategy so that you win. I don't sell mortgages. I help people win in finance. 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. We got 2 minutes.
All right. Loveland Properties. You want to get a hold of me. You're having trouble with a tenant. We do property management. You're thinking about buying your next house. We can help you with that. You're thinking about selling. You want to get ready. I just helped a gentleman doing his estate sale. He was about ready to remodel a kitchen. I'm like, don't do that. He had the estimate in front of me. I went over it with him like, no. Do not give that guy a check. It was like $9,000. What he had been done about 15 years ago, but he thought he had to be picture perfect.
Right.
And I'm like, no, it'll go. We just price it here instead. And then you're not taking that risk of spending that money. So call me 407-352-8118 for Loveland Properties, or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. So stay tuned with us, because I want to talk about what's affecting the market right now. Where are interest rates right now? I want to talk also, if you are self-employed. I know you got a creative CPA. I know what he's doing. And I used to be of the school of thought that you needed to show less deductions, less write-offs, show more income so you could qualify for a conventional loan or an FHA or VA loan. But I have a difference of opinion, and I'm going to give you the reasons why and the solution, so you can keep that self-employed write-off as much as you can legally write off. And I'm going to be here to help you save the day and show you how to get a great mortgage, and probably even easier than that. 407-250-9144 for the Loan Arranger, or 407-352-8118 for Cleve Loveland. Don't go anywhere.